warm-up. I've been working with Ken for nearly a year and a half, just over a year and a half, and he could run, and that was a good starting point for me. He was probably nowhere when it comes to cycle. He didn't have any experience in cycling, didn't have any experience in swimming, and basically wanted to do triathlon. So I put the training together, like I usually do. Start slowly, not too fast, not too soon, not too much, too fast, too soon. But very quickly I've noticed that Ken is very different from the average athletes that I've been training. He's extremely focused, extremely dedicated. As I said, very humble, doesn't say much but deliver. And that's what makes him very different. I mean, he's got a good pain threshold, which what you want in endurance athletes. He can take the pain, and that's what takes you to the next level. His back was a longer journey, but compared to the average athletes, I think he did very well. And again, it's because of his focus and his ability to be consistent. He doesn't miss session. He delivers against the expected performance that are required him to focus on during the session. He delivers power. And is receptive to feedback, which is very important. Every time I've given him advice, and if take it on, and obviously improve from there. So very focused, very consistent, very humble athlete. Really pleased to have him as part of MSC, and he's managed to race and compete at high level, going to the Duathlon World Champ, where he finished in a third, or we'll say in second position. And yes, he's got a bright future now in triathlon. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been great working with Erwan for the past 18 months. He's taught me a lot. I've come into the sport with basically no experience in triathlon. He's taught me the little nuances of the sport, and he's pushed me hard quite on the training. Sometimes in some weeks I find it quite difficult, but I still push through because it just gives me that little bit of motivation. What I like about my coach is also he's had past success in Ironman. Specifically, he's won his age group at Ironman level, which gives me great hope and ambition to obviously try achieve what I can. We've just finished a track session on the promenade, so it was quite a hectic track session. In preparation for my race in October. The session consisted of a warm-up, about 3 Ks, then we did 5 1K intervals and one 2K interval. It was a tough session. The session focuses on speed, so it's one of the sessions that we do in the week, speed sessions. Generally in the week, we start off on Monday, which is generally a rest day, so I'll just get in a swim, just to get the body going, stretching it out. And on Tuesday we go hard again on the bike, where we do intervals for about an hour and a half, and then I get in another swim. And on the Wednesday it's mainly focused on running, so I've finished my first session, and then my second session will be just a short endurance run. And on Thursday we go back onto the bike, and then Friday's another big day where we train on the hills. That's just to work on strength and to get our endurance up. And then Saturday and Sunday are longer runs and rides. That's just obviously increase our endurance for the races. Because leading up to my race in October, my triathlon race, I'm doing Gun Run, which is a half marathon next week Saturday, and then I'm also doing the Cape Town Marathon, which is a big one. So we are obviously trying to increase the mileage prior to the triathlon race in October, and I think my training's been going quite well. It's been hard. Getting to this level, but I'm appreciative of what I've been able to do in the past 2 to 3 weeks, and we have another 6-week block coming up, and that's where we're gonna hopefully peak for the race. With Akona, I just want to learn the little nuances, because in the past 2-3 weeks have been tough with work and trying to obviously train at the same time. So I just want to basically learn about the workload management, how he manages his workload during these tough periods where he had to combine sports and maybe other family things on the side. So that's my focus for our next chat.
I think confidence is everything in sport. If you feel ready and confident, you can do anything, because I think the mind then can just overpower the body. So I think even in your space as well, once you feel fit and ready, then it's all about just on the day how well you can execute what you've planned. I would like to, just mention to you that I think now the focus should be about, okay, I've got 6 left. Now, how do I make sure that I finish those 6 with so much effort that I put in and so much of my time, make sure that I'm focusing ahead and not worry about what happened. I think, Ken, what's important is to have a plan. As long as you have a plan and you follow that plan, things should work out. Your training sessions is coming at this certain day and you have a plan and, you execute the plan, then, you should be ready to compete. Sometimes you might not reach your target, but that doesn't mean that you must think, you can't compete in the main race that you want. It just means that there's something that you didn't do right at the time you were running, or maybe your planning was different. So then you just need to sit back and look at what you didn't do right. And then even if you reach your target, you need to still look and review and think about what made you reach that target, so that you know how to plan for the next one and how to improve. Because I think for me, in all sports, you always want to improve and get better. And that's how you review and look at what you need to work on. And they say that when you win, you don't really look at what you've done, that's wrong. That's when you need to sit back. Yes, enjoy the win, but just go back and look at what you did right, so that you can improve on that. Because the guy that you're competing with is also working hard. He's also trying to get better. So you can't just be happy and content with what you've done. You just need to strive for greatness all the time, try and work on it and improve.
The life of an athlete seldom goes to plan, and how you deal with setbacks in any shape or form is what defines your success. And with the won't quit attitude that Ken and Akona have, the road to success will always be a rewarding one. To stay updated on the progress of Team Ndungane and the other teams in the 2022 Ryobi Won't Quit Crew, visit won'tquitcrew.co.za.